It looks like we're live right now. All right, guys. Hope everybody has enjoyed the all the demos today. It's been a lot of fun. Before I get started here, Annikas was one of our demonstrators, and his island got hit pretty hard with, I believe it was a cyclone. Not a cyclone. It was a cyclone. Oh, but it's bad. So Annikas, our love, thoughts and prayers are with you, brother. So hang in there. He's with friends now, and half of the island doesn't have electricity, and so hang in there, hang in there, man. Um, all right. Before I get started, we're gonna finish the vase today. I want to thank everybody. Huge thank you to everybody who participated today. Had some just amazing demos. Again, I didn't stay up all hours of the night to watch everybody, but thank you guys so much. We had everything from paint pouring to just about everything again. So again, next month we're going to try and do. We have some other people lined up to do some different things. So we're going to try and keep bring in some different techniques and stuff into it. So as far as not just wood turning or woodworking, just some different things. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. I had on the last video I had two questions, and I am going to show those real quick on the stream here because I told them I would. So that's what I'm going to do real quick before we get started working on the vase, and then we can answer questions or whatever you have. Another thing is, if it's your first time here, again, my wife Robin is on the phone with me. So if you have any questions, she will relay those to me, and I can answer them while I'm working. All right. Yes, we are safe from the fire. Thank you very much. They're getting it under control. It finally started raining a couple of days ago here. We were getting a little nervous because we had them on both sides of us, but they got one out pretty quick, and then the big one, they're getting a handle on that because of the rain that came in. So hopefully, hopefully it's all good. But yeah, we had some bad ones here in Oregon, and a lot of people had to evacuate and lost their homes, and so it was not good. But they're getting them under control. All right, I will switch cameras here real quick, and before we get started with the other stuff, and I want to show you two little things real quick. So let me switch the camera over, and all right, this first one here. So I use the calipers to measure something on the last video, the fire pump that I did, the old gas pump, and somebody didn't I can't and sorry I can't remember who it was, but they didn't understand how the calipers worked when I was using them on the piece here. So I'll switch the other camera back over in a second, but I just want to show you. So you can measure any diameter, whatever you want. It's just need your calipers open like that. I was measuring a plastic tube. So, and they didn't know how I was going about marking it on the piece. So, with calipers like this, don't touch this point to the wood. Just this point. Hold it down on the tool rest here, and let me back it up just a little bit. So, when you turn the lathe on, you don't want to touch that point there, just this one, and I will switch cameras back over and then bring in so you can see exactly what it's doing. And let me bring it a little closer so you can see. So we can get right up there. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody doing well? Oh, right. Well, everybody's asking if I'm going to be singing and juggling. So, I uh, I've been watching all the demos all day, and I'm thinking, how am I gonna, compete with those everybody? And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and sing and sand for my demo. So it's just an hour of sanding and singing. So how did I do this? I just eyeball where the center of the wood is there. I touch that up there and see how, can you see how it is off? That point right there isn't lining up with it. So I know to get it to line up with it, I just move it over a little bit. So you just touch this point here until that groove that's going around there lines up with it. So if you were to come way out here, you would see that groove create way out here, way off of the piece, not even close to that point. So you just bring it in until it lines up, and that's when you know when center is. You're going to be off just a little bit, and you just keep moving it over till no. And that's how, and then I started turning and created the recess or whatever it was I was making. So it's as simple as that. Are the fires doing better? Yes, they are finally getting them under control. We got some rain here. It started raining a couple of days ago, so it's all good. So that is how those work. Just use that point right there. Don't touch it with those. And you'll be able to see if it's off a little bit to create that little mark, and then you can start turning. All right. Yes, the fires are getting under control. Up here especially, because we're up around Portland, we get a lot of rain and everything. Eastern Oregon, Southern Oregon, they don't get anywhere near the rain we get, but hopefully weather's gonna start turning here pretty quick. All right, I had one more question. I was drilling out with the Forstner bit, and somebody said that their chuck had locked to the lathe, and so here's how you get your chuck off. I get my chuck off this way every time, because I don't want to put the key in there and lock the spindle down and try and pull on it, and that could damage the chuck. So I use a piece of wood. If it's really jammed on there, you might need a bigger piece of wood, but you just put it in there, clamp the jaws down. This is just a 1x2. Lock the lathe down, and you hit it, and it'll come free. So I don't use the little rubber or the little plastic discs that go in between the jaws, or in between the chuck and the spindle, because it kind of, it could throw everything off because it's a piece of plastic. I always just put it on just bare metal to bare metal. So I always take my chuck off with a piece of wood like that because it locks it on there just about every time. So thank you, Adam. Minnesota. I don't think we've been to Minnesota. All right. So let's get to work on the lathe. Or on the lathe. Huh. I must be tired. Let's get to work on the vase. All right. I'm going to switch jaws here real quick to the larger ones. I'll pull the camera back a little bit. German apple pie. Oh, that sounds delicious. Oh, that would be very nice. All right. So here is the vase that I did. I think it's been a couple of months ago. So I've had it in the paper bag with the shavings, drying it out, and about a week or so ago, I pulled it out, and it's all dry. It didn't crack. Well, it did crack. It has one crack in it somewhere down here. Yeah, the Easy Wood is so nice for changes jaws, Chuck. It's just as simple as that. They're not numbered. You can put them back in any way you want. It is sweet. So I didn't have any cracks on the lip. I had one little crack down in here somewhere, and I'm not sure where it went, but I packed it in the shavings. It's all dry. We're going to put it back on the lathe, and oh, Rebecca, what? I should probably actually we could do it on a live. Like I got it done in under 10 seconds. 9.3 or something. It was incredible. I was there. It was amazing. Trust me. Oh, all right. So I already put this on earlier while I was watching everybody else. I was working on this because I didn't want to spend the whole time sanding. I was just kidding about that. The singing, I am not kidding about. There will be some singing. So I have a little rat tail file here, and I went around and sanded all of those grooves out there. I didn't go overboard on it because this is the first one I made. I'll put a link down below in the description to the video where I used the router to create these grooves, and it is super easy. I just hooked it to the tool rest and ran a little 1/4-inch router around it, and it just ran right along the grooves. I'll show you that real quick if you didn't see that. But I will have a link or a card pop up here on the video to show you. So I just cut a 4x4, just cut a little wave in it, put this on there, and then just followed the groove. I think it was actually like that. Followed the router, just rides in it, cut these nice little grooves. I took 2 or 3 passes on it to get into the inside, and it worked fantastic. It worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. But you can cut that template kind of any shape you want if you wanted to do much more of an arc, and it'll run right along it. It was nice. So, but it did jump on one spot. Oh, right there. So I'm not gonna go ahead and stand it up and try and sell it or anything, because I went down a little bit on one of them. One of them jumped on it. But I just used a little rat tail file to clean up the little edges there. Just like that. I wonder if anybody out there in the chat would be interested in me singing while I sand. I can't sing the theme song from Flintstones. Harold, the only theme song I know is Gilligan's Island. So that's all you get. You can have me sing anything you want as long as it's Gilligan's Island. I'm just like Ford. You can have any color you want as long as it's black. So here's what I did for the grooves. I just ran the sandpaper through like that, sanded them up like that, and then unlock the spindle, turn a little bit. That's what I'm most known for, is my rendition of Gilligan's Island. Yes. So I just kept going around and doing that. You can get both sides of this. I ran through all the grits, bring it over to the other side. So you're doing 2 of them at once. You're doing the bottom one down there and this one. And then you go over to the other side and do that. Just like that. All right. From the way Robin's laughing, it seems like you're having more fun with the Gilligan's Island theme song than my amazing demonstration of the sanding. I don't know anybody that can't get enough of Gilligan's Island. The ending, see that right there? That's a true fan. He actually knows there's an ending to it. No boat, no I was going to say, what was I going to do? I was going to do something the other day. No boat, no motor car, not a single scroll saw. No boat, no motor car, not a single scroll saw. Not a single luxury, 5 passengers that sailed that day. I just wanted to exclude the scroll saw from the island. So, Zach's here for the sanding and singing. Nice. Oh, he doesn't want singing? Zach, that's not cool. All right. All right. As far as sanding, like all the little grooves and everything, I used a couple different things. A little sanding pad here, and to round them over a little bit more, just kind of pinch that together. Goes right down in the grooves too. Kind of clean up the sides of it, and I just went ahead and ran through all of them. So let's put some oil on this thing and watch the magic happen. Or we can just listen to the sandpaper tear the wood. How about that? So let me grab the oil and we'll get some oil on it. Oh, all right. All right, so I have all of them right here. You want me to zoom in on the pinch technique? All right. Yes, hang on. Let me zoom in on the pinch. Hang on. Look at that. We just zoomed in. The vase is walnut. It probably looks like maple because it's just so light. It's much darker in person. Once I put the oil on it, you'll see. So I just took the little sanding pad. This is the one that goes on your drill, and just folded it in half and squeezed it together. It's not much of a technique, I don't think, but it works great for this. About a little more than a 1/4 inch, and it's foam, and so it worked fantastic for sanding those up. And I had to sand up the little corners and everything, and it worked great for that. But I'll put a link down below in the description for the actual video that we did, and to show you how we made the grooves and everything, because it's pretty simple, just 1/4 inch router. Oh, to buy a radio. What? You don't need a new song. What is wrong with Gilligan's Island? They're starting to look like walnut now. All right, I'm going to switch over and put it on the little sanding pad. This thing, the little foam pad. And we're just going to go ahead and run through all the grits here, because nobody will request me to sing. We're going to sand. Everybody enjoy the day full of demos again, I hope. Okay, Robin says I'm like really close and creeping everybody out. Oh, it's just creeping her out. Yes. This is just walnut oil. It's the doctor's walnut oils. Same one I use. All right, and there, yeah, it'll soak down into everything. Thank you, Mike. All right, so we'll run through all the grits. Zach would rather hear Gilligan's Island than sanding. That right there is dedication. This is Doctor's walnut oil. And so I sand just about everything with this stuff, because works great. And that's just a sanding pad and that little hand sanding pad. I have a couple of these. I have one I just keep in the walnut oil, and then it's from Woodturner's Wonders. And when I'm done here and I clean my hands off, I'll show you. They're yellow and they're just meant for sanding, hand sanding. Yeah, that's the doctor's. Oh. There we go. Yeah, the thing from Woodturner's Wonders. Yes, I did. So, there we go. And we'll switch over to the next grit. Jamie is a troublemaker because he knows I am not a fan of Metallica. Even though him and Pat love Metallica. And I'm not even sure why they love Metallica. And Robin said she loves it too, but I don't trust her. Why would you like Metallica? Yeah, Scott, I think everybody had a good time, and there were a bunch of great demos, and got to see some really cool stuff. Now does it look like walnut? Yeah, and it's just the wood. The walnut oil isn't even though it's called walnut oil, it doesn't have a color to it. It doesn't make it look like walnut. I use it on just about everything. Hey Miles, how you doing? Great job on your demo today. Kadama was awesome. You showed your first Kadama on the stream, and I was a little jealous because the first one I made, I didn't have the measurements, and it was horrible. I think I still get comments on the video on how horrible it is. People are still upset that it was horrible. Yeah. How will I sand the inside? I probably won't on this one. Like I said, there's a couple flaws in it, but you can put a piece of sandpaper on like a stick or with some long tweezers to sand the inside like that. I can't get my hand inside of it, but you can definitely wrap some sandpaper around a stick or something. Do I normally apply the walnut oil at 1200 RPM? No, never. I always sand slow like this, and the reason is because if you sand at high speeds, it's not really sanding. It's skipping along the top of the wood. So any time I'm sanding, whether it's with oil or dry sanding, I always turn the lathe speed down. If you have the lathe speed up at 1200, it's not really actually, it's just kind of heating up the top of the wood. It's not doing a good job actually cutting it. Blair said what? I'm sorry. Is the walnut oil food safe? Yes, I believe so. I would check his website, but I believe it is, and it is doctorswoodshop.com is the website. Oh, he was kidding. Don't kid about food safe. It's not. Oh, kidding about the sanding. Oh. Yes, it would be a giant mess. Okay, Robin said Josh is writing all the words down to Gilligan's Island. Right on. I mean, for those of you who need that, I mean, I don't, because I have it memorized. I used to watch it all the time. When I was a little kid, our house caught on fire, and I can't remember exactly when we came home from school. I think it was Gilligan's Island we were watching after school. Me and my brother were sitting there watching TV, and then my mom comes running in from the kitchen, going, "The house is on fire! Get out!" So, I think maybe that's my love of the theme song to Gilligan's Island came for. We had to run out of the house. It burnt half of it down. It was not good. Oh, you did, Miles, you did great. Excellent job, man. Very cool. Miles is right here in Oregon with me. Just up the road from me. Not too far. How do I keep the chuck clean from residue? I don't. I really don't get any residue on it, I guess. I don't think I've ever cleaned it. I don't think I've ever done anything to it. I mean, I guess I've probably blown it out a couple of times, but I've never, like, sprayed it down with anything. I don't think it really gets residue in there. I don't know. Yeah, I really haven't done anything with it. Robin just said somebody said there's two versions of the opening to Gilligan's Island, and I don't think that's true. Are you like a purist with the Gilligan's Island? Because I don't think there's two. I mean, unless I can see some sort of proof that you wrote it, I don't think there are. All right. What grit of sandpaper am I applying with the oil? All of them. So I started out at 180 and I'm working my way up. I think this is 320 or 400. What I normally do is I dry sand it to get as many, the tool marks out or whatever it is. If there's some little flaw or tool mark or anything, I dry sand it, and then once I have that out, and then I start with the oil. Because it's kind of a pain if you have a tool mark or something in it and you start sanding with the oil, and then you see that, and then you have to go back and try and get that out. So I would just dry sand it. If it was like a bowl, I would, power sand it or something to get those marks out, torn grain, something like that. And then I switch over to the oil. Have you heard back about the two versions of Gilligan's, the theme song? Because how did the front door turn out? Robin posted some pictures, I believe, right? It turned out amazing. It looks like wood. It's crazy. Robin found a video on... where'd you find that video? Oh, yeah, YouTube. That crazy YouTube. It's always trying to teach you stuff. It's weird. She found this couple of gals, and they painted a garage door. And it looks just like wood. So she followed their instructions, and it's crazy. Our front doors, I took it off. She painted it. It's bright yellow, and I'm thinking, is this going to be okay? And then just kept adding some colors to it. Oh, that's okay. The Gilligan's Island. Okay. Well, I think when they first started the show, it was and the rest, and then the other two in their contract got them to say their name. The Professor and Marion. Right? Is that it? Here on Gilligan's Island. That was like second year when they renegotiated their contract. Oh, Cameron, you did an awesome job. We were kind of working on, Jamie took over because we were trying to figure out what we were going to do about if the fire got any closer. So he kind of took over and I don't know what you call it. Started messaging people. What did we have? Yes, it was a blast. Yeah, Rebecca, it was a blast. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we got some cool stuff. Yeah, we're still, hey, one other thing why I have everybody here. Does anybody know any glass blowers that actually like have a YouTube channel and blow glass? Because we would love to get somebody on that did that for next month or down the road. I think it'd be really cool. I kind of looked around a little bit, but most of the glass blowing stuff is just other people filming them. So I know somebody mentioned in the comments that their daughter was taking a class or something, but I never heard back. So if anybody knows anybody that would like to do it, we would love to have them on. It'd be fun. The Skipper or Gilligan. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, who's my favorite on I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite. I don't know. Oh, Jamie doesn't know what Gilligan's Island is, so let's talk about Star Wars, because the British love Star Wars. Jamie doesn't even know what a Death Star is. He's never seen Star Wars, and that's just not human. How could you not like Star Wars? It's not cool. All right, this is the last grid. Is it an hour yet? I'll just end it with oh, we got a half an hour left. I guess I have to do something else, right? Other than sanding. All right. Yeah. Hey, Miles, will you email me his channel or something? Or if you know him, yeah, we'd love to have. Yeah, the only thing they need to do is have a YouTube channel, and if they have that, we can. Jamie has a Streamlab or something that they can get on. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. So yeah, if they have a YouTube channel and would like to come on, we would. How about lamp working? What is that? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Jamie, Nanu. That is not cool. See what I mean? And then Jamie makes fun of it, which is not cool. Like twice as much. All right. I'm just trying to get the oil out so when I do turn the speed up here, it doesn't cover the shop. Glass beads. Oh, they make glass beads, or I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. If we're gonna keep going with this, we need whatever, just cool stuff. We do. There is another wood turning symposium coming up in just a couple of days too. Wood Turners Worldwide on Instagram. They have put together a symposium, and it's going to be awesome. And it's all online, and it'll be a lot of fun. All right. Yeah. Yeah, just beautiful piece. This is the heartwood here, and then this is a little bit of the sapwood on it. Is right there. You can kind of, maybe you can see the difference there. There's a little bit of sapwood there, and then that's the heartwood right there. All right, let's take this out and turn it around and get rid of the foot. All right, so I need to make a little cone for that, and let's just switch over, and we'll make one out of a piece of scrap. I did. Oh, yeah. Yeah, foraging. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, just. Oh, I guess that one would work, right? Yeah. I might be able to use the same jaws I just had in there. I think so. Yeah. I'm going to just turn this down into a cone shape, and it's going to go right into the center there. And then we'll bring the tailstock up and support it while we get rid of the foot. All right. Yeah, if anybody has any other suggestions on, stuff, different craft stuff too, all good for it. Yeah, it's super cool. I like introduce people to different things. I totally agree. It's in fact, I think Desmond said he had never seen paint pouring before. Marcy did paint pour, and he had never seen that done before. So, yeah, super cool. Hey, Donna, how you doing? All right. All right, let's turn that down real quick. Just make a little cone out of it. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Oh, Tim's not on. Oh. Yes, we are trying to get Tim on. He's not set up to do lives yet, but he's working on it. We already asked Tim. The chuck is an easy wood chuck, and it's got those quick change jaws that are fantastic. Look at that. All right, I am going to put a little piece of, I don't know, maybe a couple layers of paper towel in there just so it bites to that. And I still have the center hole from when I originally turned it. What are we making? I'm finishing up the vase I started. I green turned it a couple of months ago. So we're finishing it up. Goes right back in there. Right in the center hole. Turn the speed down. Lock everything down. Get rid of all of this. And the art of fire glass blade. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, maybe write that down and we can message them. Yeah. Okay. Now that I have it in there, I'm still going to be need to hand sand, a little spot, but I can get rid of 99% of this part right here before we pull it off the lathe. And again, if you didn't see it and want to check it out, I'll put the video to how I created these little curves in it on a card or down in the description below. So go check that out. What is my favorite wood to turn? I'm gonna stick with Old Faithful maple. I love maple, just all the different varieties of it. I've just always been a fan of it. Love here in Oregon. We have a lot of maple burl, and it's just one of my favorites. Nope. Yeah, it is a little expensive, Ken, but it's it's kind of one of those things. You only have to buy one, so it's before I got it, I had three or four chucks with different sized jaws on it. I'm gonna switch and put something else on there because I don't like the way that it sounds. Hang on a sec. I'm going to put a piece of that non-skid stuff I use all the time. Hang on, though. Now I can't find it. Where'd it go? I had a big piece of it over here. Does anybody see it? Oh, I got it. Yeah, you have some maple burl from and it might be a different kind of maple, but it's even every one of them here is different, especially burl. They're all a little bit different. This, in fact, what do I have that I could show you real quick? This piece right here. A lot of the maple burl I have is super dark and yellow, and I just turned that the other day, and that's for the Wood Turners Worldwide, their craft, or for their virtual symposium. I did a little mini demo for them, but that's maple burl, and it's super light. It's just a light color, and a lot of it's just a deep, almost yellowish color. A lot of the other stuff, and they're both here from Oregon. All right, let's try this. Do I have a discount code for EasyWood? No, I don't. They sponsor the show, but it's not. They don't. I don't have any codes. Sorry, unless they're having a sale or something. Okay, let's try that. There, that's better. It's much quieter. I'm not sure why it was squishing down on the paper towels or something. All right. Let's go and start bringing that down. And I have the lathe at about 800 or so. do the grooves weaken the vase? Yes, I'm sure they do a little bit. They're pretty big though, so it's not too bad. If you really brought them down, you know, to like a dowel size, I'm sure it would be pretty weak. And then you'd probably want to figure out a different way to take the foot off, because you couldn't put too much pressure on it. But I did put, you know, not a lot of pressure. I didn't like crank it down like if it was a bowl or something, but I did put a little bit of pressure on it to hold it in there so it wouldn't slip. Big leaf maple burl. I think it all depends. It's on how figured they're going to be. They're really, it's kind of, every one of them is completely different. I have seen like maple trees that the entire outside of them looks like a burl. It's let me grab something for you here real quick. Where Easywood there really isn't a parent company. Easywood's its own company, but the company that has made the carbide for the entire time, it's one company now. What happened was it was sold to Pony Tools, and then Chris, the owner of the carbide company that makes the cutters, he bought that part of it when Pony went under. And here's a piece of maple burl real quick, and this is real light. But I have seen trees that are covered in these spikes, but the burl only goes in an inch or so. And then I've seen trees that just had a little bit of this, and it's burl all the way through. So it really depends on the piece of wood. This one, that's 6 inches in there, and it's still just completely solid burl across there. So it really depends on the piece of wood, and you don't know until you get inside. Surprised it's not myrtle wood. You know what? I gotta be honest. Some of myrtle wood is very pretty, but a lot of it is just kind of it's a yellowish green color, and it's not very attractive. It's just, some of it's beautiful. They have some beautiful, like tiger stripe myrtle and myrtle burl, but a lot of it's a yellowish watered down green color, and it's just not, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, I grew up for quite a while, lived with my grandparents down in on the southern Oregon coast and near Bandon, and there's just myrtle trees everywhere. It's just covered, It's just weird. You're driving along and all of a sudden it's just myrtle trees, and yeah, but just not a big fan. It turns really nice. It's nice and hard. It's about like maple as far as the density of it. And it turns really nice, but I was just never really a fan of the color of it. And some of it is nice, and I have done some things with it. Let me switch cameras real quick so I get a little different view. So because Robin is on the phone with me, every time you guys start joking around in the chat, she starts laughing. It's very distracting. I have a giant chunk of wood on here. Oh, so apparently Robin's anticipating the singing and getting a headache. Huh. I better just get the singing out of the way now, right? You want me to sing season one of Gilligan's Island, or season 2 after the contract dispute? All right. All right. I'm just slowly bringing this down. Yes. Bandon and Coquille are fantastic. My grandparents lived in Coquille and that's the, when I was just telling you I lived down there, I said Bandon because nobody knows where Coquille is. Apparently Blair does. That's where I was raised. My mom worked at the A&W there. I think, and all my aunts too. As a teenager, like not last week, as a teenager. Yeah, I was down there really young until I was like in the 2nd grade. Oop. Probably pay attention and start singing. Did you hear that? Jake said, "Does a blank look good?" I don't know what he's talking about. What blank? Oh. Oh! I just ran right back up it. Ooh! All right. How much time do we have? Oh, we're definitely... All right. Well... We're gonna redesign the vase. Well, oh, that really hurts. That cuts me deep. That's like being cut with a gouge. I'm gonna sing now, just to show all the naysayers. Is there anybody new here that hasn't heard my amazing pipes? All right. Okay. So, just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tiny port aboard this tropic ship. All right, sand that up. All right. See, now I got confused because now that I know there's two versions of it, it's very distracting. I'm just warming up. Does anybody have any lemon water? All right. Good enough. Good enough. All right. Well, I'm sorry, but it's just got to be done because I can't just sand without the singing. I'll try my best. I'll just put my heart into it. Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers that sailed that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the Minnow would be lost. The Minnow would be lost. The ship's aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Marianne, here on Gilligan's Isle. I don't hear any clapping. Why is there no clapping? Oh. Well, thank you, Mark. Thanks, guys. It's all I got, really. When are you going to see a video of Robin turning? She's been in a couple videos turning. Right? Encore. No boat, no plane, no motor cars, not a single luxury. So join us here each week, my friends. It's primitive as can be. Primitive as can be. See, that's the end of it. And a lot of people don't know there was an end. Oh, that's awesome. Miles. See? They know. Oh. Thank you, Zach. Oh. I know if you're younger, you don't even know what I'm singing here. Gilligan who? And I must have some sort of wires crossed or corrupted files, because that literally is the only song I can sing from memory. I mean, if the song starts, I can, join in, but that's the only one. That and Happy Birthday. Anybody want to hear Happy Birthday? I don't know why. All right. Yeah, it's actually really nice. There's one little crack in it right there, but it didn't open up very much, and the rest of the vase doesn't have a crack in it. So I just dried it in a paper bag with the shavings, and like I said, I pulled it out every day or so, rotated it around, and it's only been 2 months. All right, let's get the oil back up here. Where's that at? Do. All right. Ooh. Oh, Zach's paid me to stop. Not cool, Zach. Oh, you bet, Zach. Huh. You got it. That's we'll sign off each one with Gilligan's Island. All right. Oh, wait. Did I ask a question? I didn't. I don't think I asked a question. Robin said she looked away, and everybody's saying, "Dobie Gill." What's Dobie Gillis? I didn't say anything. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't me. I don't know what Dobie Gillis is. Is that another song? Dobie. Zach, that was the ending. The encore. All right. Do, 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 do. I can hum. That's about it. All right. Hey, Neil, how you doing? Oh, Ian, sorry. Hey, Ian. Thank you, sir. We're finishing up the vase here. Gilligan played something else before that. I didn't. I didn't know he was anything else other than Gilligan. I was like 7. Dobie Gillis. I don't know what that is. All right. All right. Let's blow that dust out. Did I make this sanding tool? No, I did not. Hang on, let me wipe my hands off and I'll show you. It is I'm too young, right? No, it's a little sanding pad from Woodturner's Wonders is the website. And the little sponge pad with Velcro on it. I just have one I use for the oil and then one I use for dry sanding. Yeah, they work great. I know we could, with everybody here, we could figure out the theme song to Eddie's father, the courtship of Eddie's father, and Oh, Miles missed the beginning of the stream. Miles, I made this entire vase in the last 45 minutes. I'm, I'm just kidding. I made it a long time ago. What is the difference between sanding with oil and dry sanding? So, uh, sanding with the oil eliminates all of the sanding dust, and it just makes the wood just dark and rich like that. And I like a satin finish. So that's why I sand with it. It gets rid of all the sanding dust, and it just gives it a nice rich satin finish. If you want to put a like CA or a glossy finish on it, then you have to sand it dry. But if you like this look like I do, you can sand it with the oil, and it's Doctor's walnut oil. The guy lives right here in Lake Oswego, not too far from us. But it I really like that. I've sanded with some type of oil for probably 20 years. I used to mix my own mineral oil and paste wax together, and then I found Howard's beeswax, and I used that for quite a while, and then I found the doctor's stuff, and it works fantastic. But the biggest benefit is no dust. It really just eliminates all the dust. All right, let me cut that off real quick. And then this is the only part I'll need to sand up is this little spot down here. Yeah, there's really, no, like, as far as turning benefit or to it or anything. It's just the dust. There we go. Yeah, like I said again, I'll put the link up how I created those little grooves. It's super easy. And you can modify it to kind of anything you want. If you wanted to wrap them around a lot steeper or more of a curve, you could do that. It was super. It was just a piece of 4x4 I made as a template. But yeah. All right, let me switch cameras here real quick. And maybe we got time for another song. Robin said no. That's so then Rob, they're encouraging me. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do anything. Oh, pedal faster. That is going to be my homework for next month. I'm going to learn another theme song. Any suggestions? I Dream of Jeannie, Courtship of Eddie's Father, the Flintstones. What's another? You know what? You know what is nice about that? About my time being up is we're the last ones, so I literally don't have to go off the air. I can sing for hours. All right, guys. No suggestions for next month's rendition. I can jug. Robin won't tell me, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch this to find out the suggestions. Green Acres. Yeah. All right, guys. Again, huge thank you to everybody that participated. Again, if you have any suggestions for, I heard that I need lessons. Ouch, that hurt. Jake. Oh, all right. Anyway, if you have any suggestions for other types of crafts, thank you, Jake. I'm not going to use it for singing lessons. I'm going to buy Tootsie Rolls or something. um, um, oh, I was going to mention that. See, I'm not going goth. Can you see that? It's been there. If you've been watching the video, it's been there for like 2 months. I did it on the bandsaw. I dropped the fence of the bandsaw on my finger. Yeah, I'm not gothing out on you, right? It looks really bad. It doesn't hurt at all. It's slowly moving down. Oh, if you drill a hole in it, it'll release all the blood, but it's black, so I think it's already dried. It's moving down though. I'm going to do a time lapse, like a time lapse of the blood moving out of my fingernail. Yeah, it's bad. It was up in the, like above the cuticle before. Anyway, let's not get grossed out. If you have any ideas for other types of craft people for the show, please, or for the craft festival, please leave them below in the comments. Like I said earlier, I'll have the links for everybody that participated, so you can go watch their video if you missed it, and have the website, so when next month comes up, you'll be able to check out who's going to be on that. I'll have the video for this, turning it. Anything else? I think that's it. All right. All right. Just a little bandsaw lessons. Jake, it was the fence that I was picking the fence up and pinched it. I'll get bandsaw lessons before I get scroll saw lessons. Yes, Crafts with Ellen. We already talked about that. Yes, she's awesome. She is awesome. Yeah, we between Jamie and I, we have like 2 notebooks full of names, and we're just kind of going down through them, and so the links on the live don't. Oh, I have it in the description, but once it's not live, it'll come up. But you can go check out anybody else's video, and they have the links down below in the description too, or the website. Jamie, can you put the website up? Or Robin, do you have it there? The website, and it has a list of everybody that's on it too. Yeah, but yeah, if you're watching this later too, if you have any suggestions for different kinds of crafts, stuff too. Scrolls. I don't need any lessons for that scroll saw. It's sitting on the floor just fine. How do you get stickers from me? My email address is jacobson68@yahoo. All lowercase, 68 like the numbers, like you probably figured it out the year I was born. And just email me with your address, and I will put one in the mail. Absolutely. I know everybody's like hip, and you can PM me or IG me or MC me. That personal message. Oh yeah, I don't know. Email me. I'm old. I know the theme song to Gilligan's Island, for Pete's sake. All right. Are we good? Are we shutting this train wreck down? Hey, Mike. All right. You have a great weekend too, Miles. Thank you for joining in. It was awesome. Would would I try casting? I don't have anything to do with casting. That is, I do resin, but not like casting like Zac. Oh, all right. Hang on. I'll show you. Do it. Hang on. I got my what did they call that? My BlackBerry flip phone. Robin made this sign for her sister. She just moved into a new house, and it's a piece of walnut we got at Gobi. This is like their burn pile. They have some scraps, and she grabbed that. We use the CNC machine to make that, and then put in the quick coat resin and put some Crater Lake blue in it, and then she put a little bit down here too. It's like kind of seeping out. So it's the house for her sign, or a sign for her house. So she was a missionary in Peru for 20 years, and this translates into, did I get it right? I'm going to get it backwards. It's house of peace, right? I think that's what it translates. Is that what it is? The house of peace or piece of, oh, well, it wouldn't be piece of house. It's house of peace. But we're taking that over there. We're going to hang it up for her pretty soon. Oh, Jamie. Well, then they can blame you for the Gilligan's Island. You said it would help my career. You said they'll love it. Keep doing it. Everybody loves it. So there you go. JP Woodworks. He's right there in the chat. You want me to give him your home phone number, Jamie? All right, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you later. Everybody be safe. All right, bye.